And we're away. To open on this side. Through ball for Pele, and Pele's leg whipped away here as well. Rivellino with the shot, bends it. Well, having been forced deep into defense, here's Everaldo. Number 16, not a bad shot. And that's over the line for a corner. Mazzola, Riva. Mazzola going hard for the return ball, and Carlos Alberto laying off it. Mazzola trying one. You see Riva trying to cut down the left side. That's broken for Vinicius, and a good ball then for Riva. Riva, 2-on-2. Not a bad one. Again testing this goalkeeper wherever he goes. Rivellino. Watch Pele now. What a beautiful goal from Pele. El Rey Pele. 100 goals for Brazil in World Cup competitions, and Brazil take this 1-0 lead. Almost the sort of shot that he tried against Gordon Banks. Banks made the save for England when it was played down in Guadalajara, but Albertosi had no chance with that one. A very simple goal there by Brazil, but marvellously saved by, but he made full use of it. So El Rey Pele puts Brazil in front, 1-0. And Italy immediately strikes. Italy look very dangerous when they build up slowly, and when they knock balls up to Riva, he's knocking balls off and playing very, very well indeed. And I hope the goal that they've just had scored. 16 to Sisi. Riva. Ball for Domingini, and he turned well on it. Bonitenia. Shooting opportunities around the face of the box when they build up like they have been doing just recently. And perhaps an encouraging sign for Italian supporters. The sun has just broken through the clouds. Mazzola going in on a half chance. And it took Brito number 2 and number 8 Jerson to smear him down. And whack that ball. Meantime, Clodoaldo is sending Brazil forward again. The offside flag is up as Pele gets his head to it. It's in, and the Italians having to scurry back. They'd thrown a lot of men forward then. Here's Herzino. Big sandwich. And finally Facchetti. Herzino still going in. Now Pele for Toseo. And Toseo. Rivellino's running in the middle of the field, but it's Alberto first. Now it's Rivellino. Forward men, Herzino, Pele, and Toseo again. Rivellino. And again Rivellino having trouble with the old left foot. Way back. Piazza Wilson. Picking up Brito. Clodoaldo. Bonitini through! Bonitini through and he's out! A little chip! Riva now! Riva, Bonitini! Bonitini's done it! Bonitini! 1-1! And Bonitini, the man who scored the goal in the semi-final, capitalizing on one mistake and making it level scores at 1-1. Bobby Moore. A well-taken goal by Italy, and I think fairly well deserved. But here again, we see this weakness in the Brazilian defence, where Brito, their centre-back, made another silly pass, which was intercepted by the Italian forward. Way back out of note, where he couldn't get at the ball at all. So Bonitini, the chap who only got here because Anastasi, their star, most highly prized, possibly be an offside then, but the referee ignores it. Joe cutting out quickly. Here's Rivellino. Rivellino, Toseo is forward with him, but they're the only two men attacking at the moment. Rivellino in. Cross for Pele. Rivellino again. And it has to come all the way back now to Clodoaldo. Mazzola's in the box. Here's Domingini. Not a bad try! Well, that wasn't a bad shot, so a long run with it. Bertini, number 10. Close to him. Pele! Great appeal for penalties. But it's half-time. 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 Which seems to be a couple of seconds earlier than the clocks in the scoreboard here show. Well, there's some confusion as referee Rudy Glockner moves across as Brazil kick off the second half. Gap opened up in the middle of that Brazilian back line. Here's Gerson. Sisi going with him, and Sisi getting the tackle in. Gerson looking quite slow. Remember, it was a throw-in that led to Brazil's first goal, or only goal at the moment. Clodoaldo going for Pelé, and hooked away there by Patricio Burnic. Alberto right in behind them. Oh, and there was Pelé on the near post. I think he might have hit his head on the post as he went in. No, it was his wrist that hit the post.
Alberto coming round the flanks. He got to the ball and hit a very dangerous ball across. And if Chaya can keep taking Spaghetti away from the line, then I'm certain Brazil can make good use of this space.
Little nudge then from Bonitinha, Rivellino. Three men forward, Pelé, Erzino in the middle, and Toseo's out on this left side. Erzino from behind by number 10 is Erzino, this powerful striking man who scored in every round of the World Cup competition here in Mexico. Number 11, Rivellino for Gerson, number 8. Through ball, Pelé trying to get to it, claiming he was impeded and held back and very, very angry about things. Didn't you see what he did to me, boss, he says. Well, it's Riva having a right old chase then. With Clodoaldo, Pelé, Erzino. Faced by Paquetti. Erzino still going. Now Sisi coming over. And finally Paquetti away in the shot. What a hard, strong, big fella this Erzino is. Erzino tumbled down by Pelé, tumbled down by Paquetti. Burkic got him right in a moment. Gerson then. Over the ball. Sisi who's being waved away. Rivellino has wound himself up on a sort of fast bowler's run up about 12 or 15 yards back. Here goes Rivellino now. And he really got hold of that one. And there was a certain amount of frustration about that free kick as Paquetti cuts out. Paquetti, one of the most entertaining attacking fullbacks of the business. Bonitinha. Mazzola running to his right. And a good bit of running here by Domingini. And it was deflected off Everaldo and very Rito, number 2. So it's Erzino now for Brazil. Sun still trying to force its way through the clouds. It's a lot brighter than it was an hour ago. Erzino picking up Gerson. Everaldo starting to move on the left side. Everaldo, as Brazil now try to pick up the front runners, Toseo and Pelé. Rivellino. Clodoaldo as Carlos Alberto moves on the right side. Toseo for Rivellino. Rivellino trying the left foot. Again,
and then we see Brazil's slow, meticulous build-up, but at the same time still getting the same results.
Well, it's a chance now for Italy to see if they can explode again quickly. Mazzola for DCC. Mazzola going well for this return ball. Mazzola having to take the shot in the early stages of the second half. 33 minutes of this half left to play. And the deadlock to be broken still by one of these teams. Toseo coming away from Rosato. Picking up Rivellino. Rivellino Going hard and fast, and oh, indeed, he was certainly jumped from behind. Number 10, Mario Bertini. Referee Rudy Glockner, right, captain of his own club, Fiorentina. Clodoaldo. Pele. Jerson, the tackle coming from Mazzola. And the tackle was fouled. Free kick quickly taken. Here's Herzino. Again faced by his shadow, Facchetti. Tatheo laying it off off. And Facchetti using his arms to grab Herzino as he went on that 1-2 off Tatheo. Free kick situation again. And again the Italians waving their players back. We shall have another situation with 10 men between the ball and goalkeeper Albertosi. 5 men in the wall at the moment. Domenghini makes it 6. And 4 men on the loose right side of the wall as you look at it now. Pele, number 10, Rivellino, number 11, and Jerson, number 8, are all clustered around. Going to take some part in this Brazilian free kick. And it's Rivellino, right foot, hit the bar! 15 minutes of the second half gone. Clodoaldo. Clodoaldo, who looks a little tired in this second half. As Alberto again going deep inside this defense. Pele barged off the ball by Bertnich. Francisco Bertnich today plays for Inter Milan like the Italian skipper Facchetti. Both of them know each other's style. They play in the two same positions for their club as their country. And he's a pretty hard customer, is Francisco Bertnich. Jerson over the ball. Pele slightly to his right from the man nearest us. Number 5, Clodoaldo. But it looks as though Rivellino is lining himself up again to go with the left foot. Here it is. 50. Through ball for Mazzola. Facchetti, the man who scored more goals in Italian football than most forwards. Olisenia aiming for Riva, and he didn't do badly with it. If he'd have really gone for it, could have been a very dangerous situation. Yeah. Clodoaldo's going over to join him. But Jerson is free in the middle. That's a good ball to set the left side going now. Everaldo. Herzino faced by Facchetti. Here goes Jerson. It's a good shot! What a beautiful goal by Jerson! Jerson really cracking that ball on the turn, scoring the second goal for Brazil, his first goal of the World Cup Finals here in Mexico. And the Brazilians going wild about it, Bobby Moore. A brilliantly taken goal by Jerson. It's been interesting to know that just recently he's become a Domenghini. Robbed by Pele. And Pele flying through the air. The Brazilians trying it on with the referee as much as they possibly can. Again a free kick then, Jerson aiming into the box for Pele, and he's in behind everybody, and chance out for Jerzino. And he's walked it into the net. Jerzino keeps his goal-a-game record going. It's 3-1 Brazil, and you have never seen a happier fella than Jerzino. There's 19 and a half minutes of this game left as Brazil take what looks to me a pretty substantial lead. Scored in every single one of them. And Brazil now, having excited this crowd,
crowd of basically Mexican football supporters who have been committed to the Brazilian cause even before the competition started here in Mexico. Now picking it up. Brazil. Rivellino then for Clodoaldo. Clodoaldo trying one. Rivellino going again, jumping over the one tackle. Gerson on the left foot. Number 4. The line ball to Herzino. Herzino facing Facchetti. Taking him on. Castello, and finally Herzino floored from behind by Facchetti. Tidying up for Brazil. No real danger. Ball out for Rivellino. Clodoaldo is close to him. Gerson has now opened himself up in midfield again. Brazilians again quite happy to walk and slow the game down. Pelé. Clodoaldo. Rivellino. Running straight over the ball to Gerson. Lurking behind is number 10. Here's Pelé. Oh, and Pelé, you're saying that he got something on the head. Sissi then. For Italy. Bonacina trying the left foot on the turf. There's the scoreline. The scoreline dramatically changed by Gerson and Herzino. It's Gerson himself, the man who's put the Brazilians' noses in front. Clodoaldo. Brazilians again looking for another goal yet. Herzino, the man who might get it. Pelé, Joseo, here goes Pelé! What a fantastic save. The linesman's flag was up for offside. But it was a great save by up. The Italians looking, I'm afraid, a beaten side at the moment. The Brazilians beginning to bewitch them with their ball trickery. There goes Herzino. Joseo trying to lay it back for Pelé. And Bergnich, what a great game this Bergnich has been having, got the tackle in. And here we have number 18, Giuliano, substitute. Mazzola calling for it. And he could try one here. Now looking inside for Riva, number 18, Giuliano. Riva challenging. If he can turn. Bonacina dragging Carlos Alberto away. Oh, very, very wild.
At least they're creating one or two opportunities when they are playing their own football and not just throwing everything in haphazardly.
Well, the Brazil's going up again. The stomach of Clodoaldo. Clodoaldo now, only one Brazilian forward with him is Pelé. So he slows things down to wait for others to join in. Pelé over to him. Herzino going through the middle, and on this far side, Everaldo breaking. Everaldo going all the way on his own. Took it just that yard too far, and in fact got the boot into Albertosi's players. Time to give away 5 minutes left as the Italians attack a 3-1 deficit at the moment. 15, Mazzola taking on Carlos Alberto and now Dormendini.
Well, I very much doubt it. They look very, very tight at the moment, Italy. They had a very hard game in the semi-finals against West Germany where they had to play extra time and possibly having some effect on them now. And when Brazil get into a situation like this, they're very, very difficult to beat.
Yes, it would be cruel to say it, but giving away a 2-goal advantage could only happen once in the 1970 World Cup, and we know who did that. I don't think Brazil are going to do it here. Herzino. Faced by Facchetti. Oh, it's not a bad ball for Pele on the right side. It's Carlos Alberto. And what a great goal that was! Carlos Alberto puts this game surely well beyond the reach of almost any side now. 4-1 with 3.5 minutes of the game left. Carlos Alberto scores his first goal of the competition. That is the whole of the 1970 competition. A great bit of running, a fine ball from Pele, Bobby Moore.
A wonderful goal there by Brazil. Good skill shown and a very, very well-deserved goal by Carlos Alberto. He's worked very, very hard.
5 goals they scored against Sweden in 1958 in Stockholm when they first won the World Cup. Whoops, and Felix making hard work of that shot. Now setting, let us hope perhaps, new standards, new patterns for Football League managers to follow. Bright, entertaining forwards. And the Devils take the hindmost at the back. Very tired Italians moving forward now. Pele all the way back to his own goalkeeper. Pele, whose only goal left in international football, or any class of football, I suppose, is to score that direct goal from the halfway line. Mazzola going in on this half ball as the Brazilians stroke it about now. Carlos Alberto, the captain. What a fitting climax for his 1970 World Cup performance. 18, Giuliano. And there goes Rivellino again. Rivellino going all the way on his own. Tumbled down. And desperate people being chased all over the field. There are players on the park. There are spectators on the park. There are now policemen on the park. Now everybody's on the park. The game is over. Brazil have won it. Pele is being mobbed.